Hi, welcome. If you saw my previous video, you know that I just went to Paris for 11 days and I packed in my 10-liter backpack. I wanted to share some of the outfits I made with my minimalist travel wardrobe. The first base I'm showing is this merino wool dress. It's cut almost to the knee, but I would also tuck it into shorts or tights to give it a shorter ruched look. First, I paired it with my button down. I could wear it loose or tied up at my waist, which was my go-to. And the day I wore this, it was cold, so I added a blazer for warmth. I also paired the dress with my cardigan, which is made to be worn in multiple ways. You can wear it backwards, making it look more like a sweater, and the day I did this, I tied it back to make it a cropped length. When I got warm, I would tie it on me, and this would still give me a pop of color and a little bit of warmth. And of course, you could wear it like a normal cardigan, buttoned or unbuttoned. One of my favorite ways to wear it was to tie it to make it look like a cropped shrug. Okay, stick with me here on this outfit. I'm putting the bralette on over my dress, and then my t-shirt on top, and I'm using the bralette to tuck the shirt into a cropped length. I wore this towards the end of the trip when I wanted something different, and the crop was a bit more flattering than wearing the t-shirt by itself. I paired this with my red sweater, but I think it also would be cute with a blazer and the pink scarf or the blue button down. The next base is my satin floral dress. I wore this with a sweater, and most of the day I had it tied up. I also wore it with the shirt underneath with sneakers, and then on a night out, I put black tights on and borrowed a pair of black boots from my friend, although I wished I wore the sneakers instead because my feet hurt that night. I used the black and beige tights under both of the dresses whenever it was a little bit cold. I don't remember exactly which outfits. Finally, here's some outfits with the trousers I wore. First, I paired it with the t-shirt, and since it was an all-black outfit, I put the pink scarf on too to have a little bit of color. And I again wore the blazer to have a little warmth. I didn't get to wear this outfit, but I thought the floral dress would make a nice top as well with the trousers, and then maybe I would add a second layer like the sweater for an extra warmth. I wore this black tank top alone with the trousers for going out, and then during the day I wore it with a button down. I could do the button down loose or tied up, and I like the way it mixes masculine and feminine styles. The button down is also a good top alone, tucked into the trousers for a sleek look or tied up for a more casual look. The cardigan and trousers would work well for cold days. It could be worn like a normal cardigan, tucked or untucked, or in sweater mode with the buttons as a cute detail on the back, although it didn't actually get cold enough that I felt like I needed this outfit. For my friend's birthday, I wore my little scarf tied as a top. I wore the red beaded necklace that I brought with me, but sadly I've lost it since then. And then I used the blazer for extra warmth walking to and from the metro and the bar. At this point in making the video, I also remembered that I had this scarf on my trip with me, and I think it would have also worked well as an extra layer with this outfit. What does Kitty think? The scarf could also be paired with most of the other outfits that I showed. For exercise, I had planned to wear just my bralette and bike shorts, or maybe use my pajama t-shirt, but my friend ended up lending me an extra t-shirt to wear when we went to a yoga class. I also added the button down to not get too cold walking to the class. I usually roll the sleeves up like this when I'm wearing the button down to make it look more intentionally oversized. And that's it for my outfits. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as my cat enjoyed playing with my necklace. Thanks for watching. Bisous!